In a world where fate took a different turn, Goku survived his fateful encounter with Raditz. The battlefield was scorched, the earth cracked and trembling beneath the weight of Saiyan power. But just before death could claim him, Goku's body clung to life by a thread. His sacrifice had weakened Raditz enough for Piccolo's special beam cannon to strike true, yet Goku lived, barely. His pulse faint, his ki flickering like a candle in a storm, Goku was pulled back from the brink. As the dust settled and Raditz's body lay still, it was Krillin and Gohan who found him, bloody, broken, but breathing. With no trip to Otherworld, no journey along Snake Way, and no training with King Kai, Goku's path would unfold far differently than before. The world had little time to rejoice. Before perishing, Raditz's scouter had transmitted everything. Goku's defiance, the Dragon Balls, Earth's coordinates. The countdown to Earth's reckoning had already begun. Vegeta and Nappa were en route. Goku, injured and unable to train in the afterlife, now faced a desperate recovery. But Saiyan biology, stubborn and relentless, gifted him with something else, Zenkai, a surge in power born from survival and near death. As his wounds mended, his strength grew, and for the first time, Goku began to sense what it meant to be a true Saiyan. During his healing, he trained the only way he could, through meditation, visualization, and sparring with allies. Unable to move freely, Goku was forced to train smarter, not harder. Piccolo, reluctantly acknowledging their shared goal of protecting Earth, began training Gohan sooner and more intensely. Goku, recovering on the sidelines, watched with a father's pride and a warrior's concern as Gohan's latent power stirred under pressure. Weeks passed, the Earth held its breath. When Vegeta and Nappa finally arrived, they found a planet less naive than before. Goku met them not from the skies, but from the ground, scarred, older in spirit, and burning with the knowledge that the fight ahead was not just for survival, but for identity. He had heard Raditz's words. He knew now of his Saiyan heritage, but rather than be consumed by it, Goku turned it inward. He was a Saiyan, yes, but raised on Earth, forged in peace, tested in chaos. This realization became his anchor. The battle was brutal. With no King Kai training, Goku lacked the techniques that would have once tilted the odds. The Kaioken, the Spirit Bomb. But he had something else, clarity, strategy, resolve sharpened by almost dying, and a Zenkai boost that pushed him beyond what even he believed possible. Nappa fell, but it was no easy feat. The cost was high. Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu perished, their lives exchanged for precious seconds. Piccolo, standing between Gohan and death, sacrificed himself all the same. But unlike before, he died not just as a rival, but as a comrade, a mentor, a hero, and then came Vegeta. Their fight shattered mountains, turned rivers to steam, and split the night sky with their fury. Without Kaioken, Goku was forced to rely on raw instinct and hard-earned skill. And it was here, in the crucible of desperation, that something ancient stirred within him. For the first time, Goku tapped into the dormant rage of his Saiyan blood. Not a loss of control, but a coiled fury channeled into every strike. It was not yet Super Saiyan, but it was a precursor, an ember of what would one day become a golden flame. The battle ended with Vegeta defeated, beaten and broken, but spared. Goku, battered yet standing, made a choice not out of mercy, but out of hope. Hope that even the proudest Saiyan could change as he had, a decision that would ripple far into the future. With Piccolo gone, Earth's Dragon Balls were inert. But Goku knew of another set on Namek. The journey to that distant world would still unfold, but with a different crew, a different urgency. Goku, now fully healed and hardened by his battle with Vegeta, would take the lead, not from behind, but at the front. And on Namek, Goku would face the vastness of the universe for the first time. Frieza, the tyrant behind the destruction of the Saiyans. Without Kaioken or instant mastery of the Spirit Bomb, Goku's growth came the old way, through pain, adaptation, and willpower. Every fight against the Ginyu Force became a lesson in survival. Every wound became a step closer to awakening something greater. And when Frieza finally stood before him, monstrous and unrelenting, it was not death that unlocked Goku's transformation. It was the burden of living, of remembering every sacrifice, of carrying the weight of two worlds on his shoulders. In that moment, with the universe watching, Goku ascended, not because he was the last of his kind, but because he chose to be something more. Not a tool of war, not a harbinger of destruction, but a protector. A Saiyan raised on Earth,